Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Spider-Man action figure review, the third Spider-Man figure review in a row. No coincidence, this is part of the No Way Home wave, but this is technically the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movies, Marvel Legends The Amazing Spider-Man, which is not my favorite Spider-Man. And I only put him at number 3 because of the writing of the Spider-Man or Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 movies. I thought Andrew Garfield was fantastic. I liked his portrayal of Spider-Man. Some of the dopest Spider-Man action scenes we've ever seen, right? So I do like this Spider-Man, just poorly written. Seeing him well written in No Way Home was awesome. But anyway, I want to talk about the figure a bit. We'll get into that, but first we gotta hit that theme song.
ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad shit.
So yeah, again, the packaging is different from the rest. I think it has to do with the technicality with Andrew Garfield approving the head sculpt. I don't know, or maybe it has something to do with Sony. Legal reasons. And is it legal reasons we don't get a complete set of hands again with these figures? We should get all 3 sets. Anyway, it says The Amazing Spider-Man right there. I do like the design of this Spidey. Nothing on the side. On the back, we get a nice looking image of Spider-Man. And then there's a read-up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. Nothing on this side, at the top, or bottom. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. And if you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's the Amazing Spider-Man out of the packaging. And I do have the same gripes that I had with the Tobey Maguire figure, with leaving these heads out and then re-releasing the figures with less accessories instead of more accessories. I think there should have been more. So yeah, I'm frustrated with that. But I do want to look at the things that I like about this figure as well. So we'll get a closer look at the accessories, and then we'll get a closer look at the figure. We don't get a sufficient number of hands with this figure. I really would have liked to have had the wide open hands, especially because this is a diving Spider-Man. You know, at the very beginning of Spider-Man 2, and then, or Amazing Spider-Man 2, and then, you know, the MJ dive, right? So that's a bummer. They're the same hands that we saw before. There's nothing different about them. Paint apps and colors and the shininess and everything is still there. It's just not the same number of hands. So we just get the one right punching hand, and then we have a left open hand, and then the thwippers. And then we get the same head sculpt that we saw before, or the same masked head sculpt, and it looks great. I mean, I thought they did a great job the first time. I think the paint applications look slightly better on this one compared to my 3-pack version. I noticed some weird smudging on the back right there, so you can see it looks pretty clean. Nice pearlescent shine right there for the white. I do like the head sculpt, or the masked head sculpt. Little smudge right over there. So unlike the Tobey Maguire head, I do think this still resembles Andrew Garfield's appearance in No Way Home. I know it's an Amazing Spider-Man 2 head sculpt, but it still pretty much looks like him. I didn't see a huge difference there. Not as much of a time gap for him, just 10 years instead of 20 years, you know. 10 years can make a difference, especially between that 40 to 50-year-old range. I'm sure I'm only 42, so I don't know, we'll see. But I really like this head sculpt a lot. I think they delivered. It looks like Andrew Garfield. I love the stubble right there. The eyes look pretty good. So yeah, I'm happy with this. And by the way, I was able to manage to get this head on the Peter #1 body mold from the final swing, so it doesn't fit on there perfectly. It's, you know, I had to heat this up for quite a bit of time, but I was able to get that on there. I could not find another Peter head, so that was all I had. And then looking at the rest of this figure, there's not a lot of difference between the last one from the 3-pack. Just some subtle things. I'm noticing around the rib cage, the paint didn't go all the way through. Like on this one, it actually looks okay. But this newer one, there's a little bit less paint in there. We're talking about just a very subtle thing. I'm looking for stuff big time. But yeah, it's a good looking figure. I still really like this figure a lot. You know, I'm just bummed out about this version not being as updated as it could be. You know, having some, you know, neutralizing weapons would have been cool, or pointing fingers would have been cool, or complete set of hands would have been cool. Did get a little bit of dentage up here. So I was having fun with it, and I did dent that up. I wish it had drop down hips. I'm not going to do an articulation segment, but with this new head, I will show you that it moves up that far and it moves down that much. You get side-to-side motion right here and head pivoting. So there that is. I don't know why my camera feels like it's going out of focus so easily, but there's the feet and you get the peg holes. Now to measure out the height of this Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, you can see he is standing just under 6.5 inches tall. Then putting the masked head back onto the figure, you can see him next to all of my other Marvel Legends Andrew Garfield Spider-Man figures. We have the first Amazing Spider-Man, the second Amazing Spider-Man, and then the No Way Home 3-pack version right there. And yeah, these two are the same thing. I'm not seeing anything different except for subtle paint variations and some of those creases over there, but yeah, they are the same figure. And then here's the new Amazing Spider-Man figure next to our Mafex Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure, and we have the SH Figuarts No Way Home Amazing Spider-Man. I am liking this figure less and less over time. I'm just not a huge fan of it, man. I do love that shiny reflective paint though. And it is a bit faded right here on this figure, which is one of my most viewed videos of all time. So just want to say thank you. And let's get this Peter head on here. And then here's Peter 3 next to his two villains. We have the Marvel Legends Lizard, which Hasbro seriously needs to redo. And then we also need an updated Electro. You know, I don't hate the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I actually really liked his performance as Spider-Man. His Peter Parker was a little bit too cool, I think. But it was the writing in his films that was just god-awful. We have some of the best action scenes in any Spider-Man movie from the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, but it's just unfortunate that those movies were just very poorly written. Then here's the Amazing Spidey next to Ned from the 2-pack, and we have the 2-pack MJ over there. I am waiting for the new single card MJ to show up fairly soon, so expect a review on that one. I had fun taking pictures of these three characters together. And here's the Amazing Spider-Man next to the other figures from these 2023 releases that I've already reviewed. We have the Deluxe Green Goblin, we have the Tobey single card, we have the Final Swingsuit Spider-Man, and we have the Matt Murdock. I do feel like Andrew should be even taller still. I like that he's taller than the other two Spideys, but I thought he was even taller than this. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I am satisfied that he's the tallest, but should have maybe been a little bit taller. And then here's the Amazing Spider-Man next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Hey brother, hey brother. Well, I'm so happy that you got a second chance to catch somebody in the sky. Maybe still got this suit back, and it's possible I could, get a second chance. Guess not. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making the video. If you liked it enough, feel free to hit that like button. And if you really liked it and you want to see more coming to this channel, well, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. And a big thanks for just watching the video. I really do appreciate it. And this figure, I do appreciate to an extent, but at the same time, I would have appreciated the head coming with the 3-pack. I mean, I think everybody feels that way. I don't think there's any collector out there that picked up the 3-pack and thought to themselves, oh, yippee, they're re-releasing it with the unmasked head. I don't think anyone's having that go through their mind right now. So nobody's really happy about that. I'm not happy about that. And I gotta say, the figure itself doesn't really seem to have any kind of subtle changes compared to the last version. So, the only real reason picking it up right here is just that Andrew Garfield head. Like for me, with the Tobey, at least my first version had some paint apps that could have been done a little bit better. So having that second version, I feel a little bit less stung. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but because I knew what I was getting when I bought this one. I don't think they switched the hands on this release. They did so with the Tobey, with the fist and everything. So anyway, I really think the figure should have came with all 3 sets of hands. An extra accessory would have been cool as well. So yeah, I'm a bit frustrated, but I'm a sucker for Spider-Man. I wanted the figure still, but I'm not really happy about making the purchase at the end of the day, but I'm still glad I have it. It's a little bit complicated, alright? Yeah, at the price point of $25, I'm giving him a Sun rating of...
It's not too bad.
And I'd like to know what you guys think. Do you relate to the frustrations? So let me hear it in the comments section below. I do read my comments. If you want to see the latest Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. And I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face.